Gen Z worker says having an office job only means 2 to 3 hours of real work a day. Lazy girl jobs are my favorite. What the hell's a lazy girl job? Despite the constant discourse about the toxicity and stress of the corporate world, one Gen Z worker, Kelsey Smith on TikTok, has zero complaints about her boring office job. Of course it'd be someone on TikTok, right? TikTok is ruining Gen Z, I swear to God. If you're Gen Z and you're not on TikTok, you don't even have the app on your phone, you don't even participate, you don't look at it daily, you're going to get ahead of everyone. I swear, you will. Get off TikTok, please. Whoever decided office jobs were miserable was lying, she said. I have my own cubicle. I get paid to sit around, wear whatever I want, get paid more, and have a consistent work schedule. Considering that most young employees entering the workforce are conditioned to believe their careers are the most important part of their identity, new trends like lazy girl jobs has sparked controversy. And another form of quiet quitting. Quiet quitting is just corporate trying to put a term out there to make you feel guilty about doing your job that's within the description of your job. And they expect you to do more outside of the description of your job, but without fair compensation. So I'm not someone who likes quiet quitting. Like, I hate hearing that term because it's BS. Here's the job. They expect you to do the job. You get paid for it. It's like me hiring someone to do my bathroom. I paid for them to do my bathroom, and now I expect him to do the kitchen and not pay him more. Like, no, of course not. This is the job. You agree to it. You get paid for it to the amount you agree to. That's it. Leave it to that. So I got on a tangent. It's another form of quiet quitting where workers prioritize their personal lives and well-being instead of overworking themselves and cultivating toxic work boundaries. This is a TikTok. Lazy girl jobs. All I do is copy and paste emails, take calls all day, and take a nice long lunch and get paid to watch TikToks. I know there's jobs like this, right? Like the employer is like, all I care right now from open to close is that incoming calls, you answer them. Incoming emails, you answer them. Or respond to emails, send friendly reminders, whatever. Those jobs have a lot of downtime. Yes, they are easy. Anyone can do it. Okay, technically not anyone, but most people can. And I'm sorry, but that is not the type of job that requires a really good compensation. It's not a competitive job by whatsoever. I don't believe a job it's that easy. You should be very well compensated. This is a job for like a typical housewife who just wants to have a few extra bucks, but nothing stressful, or a spoiled college girl who, doesn't want to spend mommy's and daddy's money at the club, so she goes to take this job, so they don't know what she's spending her money on, other than, the nice apartment they got her and whatever college they sent her to and tuition and everything else. But you cannot complain about the pay for a job like this, though. If you have a job like this, you are not in a position to complain about how much you get paid. It's too relaxed. Anyone can do it. It's not competitive. If anyone can do it, then you could ask for an employee who can do the job for cheaper and get paid to watch TikTok. Like, you're sitting around on the downtime to watch TikToks. Seriously, that's how you're going to use your spare time at work? You can't study a new skill, read about finance, maybe shadow someone so you can maybe move up, get to know the place. Anything besides wasting your freaking time looking at TikTok. Like, if money's not a problem, then this job is okay, I can understand someone liking this job. But if you need more money, this is not the job. Whether it's a data entry job, a receptionist job, or freelancing, many of these lazy girl jobs don't require a great deal of responsibility. Hold on. So that's what a lazy girl job is? Data entry? Hey man, I worked in data entry. Lots of guys work in data entry. How could you call them lazy girl? This is derogatory. This is a sexist comment. Lazy girl jobs? Freelancing, almost anyone can be a freelancer. You clock into work, do the bare minimum to get paid, and then leave. Okay, first of all, bare minimum, that's the expectation of the employer. That's the description. They put the job posting on and said, I need someone who can do A, B, and C. Can you do it? Yes. And if you do A, B, and C, that's it. It shouldn't be called the bare minimum, and there's no reason to go above and beyond. If you really like the job you work at, you talk to your boss and say, hey, I kind of want to stick around. What are some opportunities for me to move up? What can I do to learn more? Have that talk. Be like, all right, here's some, here you're doing A, B, and C. Here's D. I know you're not getting paid for this responsibility, but if you can demonstrate that you can do it, then we can talk more and then see what position works best, where you get better compensated, this and that. With job stability, a set schedule, and decent pay, she said the boredom of her lazy girl job is more than bearable. Guess what? If that company goes through financial hardship and they have to cut staff, guess what? You're the first one to go. The people who are going to stick around are the most productive people. That's who sticks around. Especially if like a company says we have to cut 20% of the staff. All right, we recognize who the 20% that we need to cut. We have to find those people. And they're going to find the people who do the least amount of work, who put the least effort. People who they don't need, like this lazy chick here, or she just does very few things. They could overload someone else to do that responsibility on top of their other responsibilities. I know it sucks, but it happens. If you're feeling offended or called out by Smith's work experience, take a step back and think about how much time and energy you exert at your job. How many hours are you working? Are you being compensated fairly? Does leadership see you as a person or just an avenue for pumping out work? You're just an avenue for pumping out work. Understand that. This is just an agreement you have. Someone they hired for a specific task for an agreed upon compensation. That's it. A job is not a place where you can make friends and have people over your house or go to their house or anything. No, it's just to get a task done, to solve a problem, get paid for it. That's it. People are getting way too comfortable with merging their life outside of work with work. This needs to end. Just keep it separated. You just go to a job, just have a certain type of relationship with your coworkers, just nice enough to get by through the day, do your job, get out. If you feel like your energy is being sapped from your job, the amount of long hours at your job, and you don't like the compensation, this is a time where you need to sit down and rethink what is that you really want out of life. What is the job you want that will make you happy, or at least better? Yes, if you want to work less hours for better pay, figure that out. I don't have the answer for you. No one will. The only person who can solve this is yourself. If you want the same hours, but a job that's not so grueling, maybe something you'll enjoy with better compensation. Okay, what's the education required? What's the experience required? Look on Indeed, look for these jobs and say, okay, this is a job I want. This is the pay I want. What's the requirements? What's the qualifications for this job? Look at it, read it, and see what you need to do to get those qualifications so you can apply for that job. Our work is our livelihood. Yes, we need money to survive. However, at what point do you work so hard that you can't even enjoy your earnings because you have no free time? Guess what? If that's a problem, it's up to you to figure this out. No one else. If you're in a position where you just don't like your job, you don't like the pay, that is a problem, and problems are meant to be solved, but no one's going to solve it for you. You have to solve this yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to complain all day. Complain on TikTok because people treat TikTok like it's its own form of therapy for whatever it is. If you're working more than 40 hours of work and feel generally unhappy, chances are that the money isn't worth it and neither is the job. Well, all right then, figure it out. Figure this out. Almost 40% of employees feel overworked and underpaid in their current jobs but keep pushing forward despite being unhappy and stressed. Guess what? 60% of people don't feel overworked and are paid fairly. They're happy with the pay. They figure it out. You need to figure it out yourself. Okay, I'm going to stop there. This entire article just sounds one big slice of entitlement, I typically try to help out Gen Z however I can, but this article is not one of them. Please do not think that you deserve something. The only reason you deserve something is because you worked hard for it. That someone else is not willing to do. That's the only time you should feel entitled to something. Not because I exist, therefore I am entitled. You got a college degree? Okay, what is the college degree? Did you get a very easy college degree? The one that requires the least amount of effort to obtain? Or did you get a very difficult college degree? Because I guarantee you those very difficult college degrees are in demand because not so many people are willing to put in the time and effort for it. But if you have an easy one like communications or English or something like that, yeah, you can expect a hard job market because it's an oversaturated degree, not disease, I was going to say that. It's kind of a disease if you think about it. Anyway, you're going to have a hard time because so many other people have one. Yeah, I think that's enough for this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you made it this far, I believe I deserve a subscribe. Please hit that button. I greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment. I do read them. And until then, have a good one. Bye, everyone.